Hey everyone, we're going to give everybody about 30 seconds or a minute to join us. So welcome, and we'll wait patiently while we have a few more people join. All right, we're going to get started, y'all. My name is Adam Wiseman, and I am a digital learning and innovation coordinator serving McDowell High School. And you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Eve Walker. I'm a digital learning and innovation specialist at West McDowell Middle, Foothills Community School, and 4 of our local elementary schools.
So we are glad that y'all joining us tonight. This is something new for us and streaming this live through this platform. So hopefully there will be no glitches, but bear with us if there are. If you have questions, specific questions, you can type those in the live chat if you're on YouTube. You also should be able, if you're tuning in from Facebook, you should be able to comment there. You may have to allow StreamYard to access your Facebook account. So we'll try to address as many questions as we can towards the end. This is mainly geared for parents and families of middle and high school students. We're going to show you how that you can navigate Canvas, which is a learning management system for all students in 6th through 12th grade. And this way you can help us help your student in staying on track in these unforeseen times. We will make it through, and we want to make sure we're providing all these opportunities so that we can ensure the success of our students. That's what's most important for us. So we're going to go and get started, and I'm going to share my screen. What you're going to be doing, we're going to walk you through the steps in connecting to your student. We don't expect that you do this with us. We're just kind of showing you the steps. And we'll show you where you can access the documentation. And we've created a guide for you that you can walk through step by step. That once your student gets access to Canvas, they'll be able to provide you with what you need. So first off, what you would need to do is get your student to log into McDowell County Schools Canvas. And then they're going to give you a pairing code. So I'm going to walk you through those steps and how to do that pairing code. So
if you're just joining us, this is for any parent of any student in 6th through 12th grade. So any middle school they're at or the high schools, it's good that you're here. And yes, it will be available later to watch. It's going to be recorded.
All right, let's make sure Eve can, since I can't see it on my screen, can you see?
We see your dashboard.
Good deal. So once again, bear with us. This is the first time that we're using this particular live streaming software. So when your student logs in to Canvas, they should see the McDowell County Schools logo up in the upper left-hand corner. If they Google Canvas, it's going to give them the worldwide Canvas, and they would be able to log into that, but that would not be the right Canvas that they log into. So they need to make sure they're logging into the correct Canvas. And we will provide those links in multiple places for our students, as well as for you as the parent. You will have a different link that you will log in to. So I'm logged in as a student. And so I'm going to click on Account, and then I'm going to click on Settings. And this is where the student's going to give you a code so you can connect with their particular Canvas account. So once they click on settings, there's a pair with observer button here. So when I click on that, it's going to pop up a code. So you would need to either write this down, not this code, because this is unique to this particular student or this test student. So your student would have a different code. So Eve is going to write this code down for her because she's going to log in as a parent observer so we can show you that process. So, and she's going to link her account with this particular test student account. So your student would give you this code, or either you can be with them when they access this and write it down yourself, because you will need this when you're registering your student, your account with your student. Eve, have you gotten that code?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to return a screen sharing back to you so that you can show us your screen.
Okay. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Do you guys see what I'm sharing? Can you hear me?
Yes, they can.
Okay. Now can you see my screen that I'm sharing?
Yes.
Okay. I guess there was a little bit of delay, sorry. So as a parent, once my child generates that code at school and has that pairing code for me, I'm going to go, this is our new McDowell County Schools website. It looks a little different than before, but it's going to be better. And we've got a parent section here. What you'll do is you'll find the parent tab. It's the same web address as before, mcdowell.k12.nc.us. And you'll go under parents, and down here at the very bottom is LMS Parent Connection information. So you'll click there. LMS stands for Learning Management System. That's like Google Classroom for K-5 and Canvas for 6th through 12th grade. So click here. And then this looks a little different. We're going to probably organize this a little bit better. We just have two wonderful ladies working on all of the websites for the district right now, and they're doing everything very quickly for us to get this up and running. So this may change a little bit, but for now it's under your parent tab under LMS Parent Connection information. And then you'll see it again down here, and you just go to connect to Canvas. If you have a student K-5, there's the link for Google Classroom as well here. So click on that, connect to Canvas. There is a Canvas observer or parent guide here that's got some very useful information in it. We're going over most of this tonight, so I just wanted you to know that's there for you to go back and reference. And down here at the very bottom where it says Parent Canvas Login, that connects you to McDowell's Canvas. So click right here. And I'm like a new parent just signing up. So what you're going to do is you're going to click up here, parent of a Canvas user, click here for an account. So I'm going to show you how to set up an account here with this. And you will type in your name. And create a password. And then you put in your student's pairing code that your child gives you right here. And I'm not sure if it's case sensitive, but I'm going to do all capitals just in case, since they were capitals to start with. And then you have to agree to the terms and use of Canvas. And then just click Start Participating. Oh, email address, excuse me. I'm going to use a personal one. So this was your name and then your email address. And start participating. That may have been a 1 in there. Let me fix that and see if that works. Well, okay. Adam, did I get the pairing code wrong? I wasn't sure if that was a 1 or an I, but since the rest were letters, I assumed. Can you go back? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Okay. I squinted and looked at it. It was really tiny on the screen. I think I got it right.
Should be a capital OYNJCZ.
OYNJCZ. Okay, that's different than the one I saw earlier.
Yeah, it changes when you if you have to hit it again. So
it's still saying invalid pairing code.
Wait a minute. I think you got a letter wrong. Well, it did a different one. Let me. We'll bear with us, guys. Thank you so much for your patience.
This is our first time doing this, and we're live and doing it. So,
Eve, I put it in the private chat.
Okay, let me go back and look at it.
So while she's doing that, just so we can stress the importance, when you link your child to your parent observer account, you'll be able to see their assignments. You'll be able to see any instruction content that the teacher has posted. You'll also be able to connect to that class's calendar so you can see due dates. So I think it's all hands on deck, especially in these COVID times, to make sure that we are ensuring the success of our students. So the more people that we can have cheering our students on, and most importantly, our families are the most important component in student success. So we appreciate you all join us for this to learn how you can be that important parent component when it comes to the learning management system. So you'll also be able to message your child's teachers through Canvas, the parent app. So we will show you that here in just a second.
Okay, so the code worked that time, and I've got the student's dashboard pulled up, logged in as a parent. So do you want to go ahead and start telling them about a few features, Adam, and I can navigate? Or
that sounds great.
Okay.
So what we'll first look at, since it basically creates you a Canvas parent account, you'll be able to set up some account settings for yourself under account. So if you click on account, then you can set up, let's click on notifications, Eve. So when you set up notifications, this will allow you as a parent to be alerted to due dates. When teachers post certain things, you can turn those on for you so that you'll get a notification. You can set this up to send you an email. You can also set it up to send you a push notification through the app. So since Eve has not connected her parent account to the app, it's not showing up ways to manage notifications within the app. But when you do that, it should show you in another column there beside email address. It should show you how you can manage some notifications through the app. So it will send notifications to your phone. So you can turn those off and you can make them specific. You can get notifications right away. It can send you a daily summary. It can send you a weekly summary, or you can make it not send you anything. So you can control the notifications for you, the parent. So real quickly, we're going to go over what it looks like the courses. So if you click on dashboard, Eve, this should show you all the courses that that your student or students have. So you can connect more than one student to your parent observer account. So it will show up all those courses here. You can change the names of these so that they're easier for you to navigate. So if you click on the three dots in the tile of the course, you can give that course a nickname. So if you do have multiple students that are using Canvas, you can type in that student's name and put first period or Johnny's math class. So that way that it makes it easier for you, the parent, to know what class it is. So let's click on the MCS. Yeah, that one right there. You changed the name on me. So every teacher should be using a district template for the homepage. So this is one that's we pulled from the high school, but all district schools, middle and high schools, are using the same structure for their homepage, so that it makes it easier for students to navigate no matter what the course that they're in or class that they're in. So this is what they should see. It may look a little differently. Teachers are able to change some of the images, but all the navigation parts should be the same across all classes for your child. So the most important one that they'll be accessing a lot is the classwork navigation. And this takes them to the learning and the assignments. And these will be grouped by topic or by unit. And more than likely, they'll be organized by week. So that's easier for students and parents to kind of navigate. So we put a sample unit here just so you can sort of see what it looks like. Those parents and families that don't have a dedicated internet access at their home, that maybe you're going to a Wi-Fi hotspot once or twice a week, we're going to be encouraging teachers to use the plus symbol to indicate that students must download the contents of that, or they need to make sure they access it so that they can make it available offline. And Eve's going to talk about that here shortly, just going over quickly the steps with that. But we will be telling students more about that in the coming weeks. Their teachers will, and showing them specifically what they need to do if that affects them, if they're not able to access the internet but once or twice a week with hotspot. But be looking for assignments and pages that have a plus sign there after the title. That does indicate that they need to make sure that that is enabled to be offline, and so that they will be able to access it. If you'll click on grades, you can also see a snapshot of their grades that have been entered into Canvas. The official place to get your students' grades will be in PowerSchool, and more information about how to log into PowerSchool would be a question for your individual school, because the school secretary will have to enable access for you with that. But this would be a good place to start. We are encouraging all teachers to post their grades in Canvas, because it will link those to their PowerSchool. So you will be able to get a really good glimpse of their progress within the grade section of Canvas for your student as a parent observer. Let's click on inbox. So if you want to message your child's teacher, you can do that within Canvas itself when you log in as your parent observer. This basically is like a mini email account. So you can click on the icon that's got the pencil with the piece of paper, if you can do that. And you can select what class you want to find what teacher teaches that class, so you can message them. And then you can click on the little book icon there. And you can click on teachers. And then that shows that Eve and myself are co-teachers for this class. So you can message the teachers and send them a message, and they can send you a message back. So that's one way that you can communicate with your child's teachers, is through Canvas, and they can communicate back with you. You can also message your student as well within this.
And it'll tell you if your message has been sent there.
One final thing, click on the calendar, Eve. So this should show you if a teacher or the teachers in your child's classes, if they have put due dates on assignments, those are going to show up on your calendar as well as students' calendars. And you can see this is showing all the classes on this calendar that are linked to this parent account. You can see that there on the right. You can unselect those and just look at specifically which class you want to see what's due for with the student, so you can encourage them to get their assignments turned in. You can also click directly on that assignment in the calendar, and it takes you to that, or it should pop out a little box that you can click on to directly access what that is. So that is just navigating the parent dashboard on the web. Eve's going to show you about the app and how you can access that and navigate that.
Okay, so once you have you've set up your account from the website, there is a Canvas parent app you can pick up from either the if you're Android, you can pick it up from your Google Play Store, or if you're an Apple user, iPhone user, you can get it from the Apple App Store. They look like these. Oops, sorry. So just search Canvas Parent, and you'll see the blue and white like round symbol for that. When you get there, you will need to click on Find School under on the main page that comes up from the app. And then it's actually going to be McDowell County Schools -parent you'll type in. If you start typing McDowell County Schools, you'll see a choice of parent or student, and you'll just choose parent. Then it's going to take you to this main login page where you're going to create your account. Actually, you've already created an account, excuse me. So you'll actually just do login because you've already done the account online. So I'll put in, is that correct, Adam? They'll just put in the email they used?
Yes.
Okay, so you should at this point, since you've already paired with your student, be able to put in your email that you used and your password you created and log in, because we've already got the account set up from the online version. So after that, ignore my circle here. After that, you will actually skip this page, and you'll be in the app version of Canvas for parents. And you'll have many of the same features we just went over in just more of a condensed version. So Adam, I'm not sure if I need to say something about adding other students.
Yeah, so within the app, if you do have additional students in your household that you want to monitor within the app, and that's one thing, we can't share our screen on our phones with this particular system. But once you log in on the app, if you click the menu, once you're in there, it has where you can manage students and you can add additional students in your household. You'll just have to get the pairing code for that particular student. Somebody in the chat asked about, can two parents add the same child with their own app? As of right now, it only lets one parent link a child at a time with a parent account. We can check on that. The last that we heard that it only allows one parent or one child connected to a parent account at a time.
I have it pulled up on my phone if you want me to try to share it with them. You want me to go back and share it with them, Adam? I don't know if it'll show.
I don't. Unless you can show it up to your webcam, I don't think it won't let us share screens on mobile devices with this particular software.
Okay, well, I can tell you once I logged in with my login, I can click on the 3 lines to get more, to go to my account, and it says manage students. So parents, after you log into the app, you can go to manage students, and it shows my one student, my test student I've got in there that we've been sharing with you, but there's a plus sign on the top next to the words manage students. You can click the plus sign, and you can type in a new pairing code and add another student. So you can toggle between all, 2 or 3 or 4, however many kids you have in middle school and high school here on this page where it says manage students. You can go between the different students there. You just need to get that pairing code from all of them.
And we popped a link in the on the live stream. This will take you to our LMS support page that has information for parents on Canvas. We do have some written directions on the parent app that does include how to manage students, and also it has about what we talked about. So you can go to this link and access that after we're done here and in the future when you need some support. We will also be posting this to our county or our district websites and school sites, so that you can have it in multiple places. So some student tips or student parent tips for success. Make sure your student has notifications set up on their account. That way that they are getting a reminder when things are due, when things are posted. And then also make sure that they're logging in daily to their learning management system. So in this case, it'll be Canvas to check their classes and due dates. If they are fully remote, that's going to be really important that they do check on that every day and multiple times a day. If they are doing the in-person and alternating weeks, it's really important for those students as well, because all students will be using Canvas of the 6 through 12 will all be using Canvas to access learning and submitting assignments and so forth. So it's really important if they can get in the habit of doing that. Also communicating with your child's teachers, that's important. So there's multiple ways you can do that. We showed you about how you can do that in Canvas when you link your parent account. And then also encouraging your student to be an active participant. And that does include, if possible, tuning into live lessons or live sessions, completing assignments, reaching out to their teachers if they need help, and other things. So those are just some quick tips that you can help make sure that we're getting our students the support that they need, and also making sure that they're successful.
Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, but as a parent, we've showed them how to change their notifications for emails and such, and how to check the calendar, how to use the email inbox feature. The students have the same features in their account. They can go in, they can make sure their notifications are set to get those. Same as parents, so they're able to do all these same things, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, they have that same so they can keep up with their work by looking at their calendar, by changing notifications to receive email notifications from their teachers, and they can email their teacher through Canvas as well.
Yes. So there's several questions and comments in the chat about how do you access the pairing code again. So your child or your student would have to log into their Canvas account. Students are able to log into Canvas now. They would go to the link. We should have that posted on all the middle school and high school websites. If it's not there, then it's definitely on the district site. We are in transition with their web pages, so information is constantly getting added to those. So there is the link to McDowell County's Canvas for students there. So, and they would just use their McDowell County Schools Gmail account to log into Canvas. And then that's how you can get the pairing code that you would need to sign up as a parent.
And the website has been updated. It actually says families instead of parents right here. So you'll be looking for the word families. That's you guys. And then just come on down to the LMS Parent Connection information. And again, we'll be adding some icons for Google Classroom login and for Canvas login to the main website. So that'll be more clear in the next couple of days.
So once again, we still have that the link to the LMS support page that does have information for both Canvas, which is the learning management system for 6 through 12. It also has information about Google Classroom. That's the LMS for kindergarten through 5th grade. And we'll be doing another orientation for families that have a kindergarten through 5th grader. That will be on Thursday. We are going to end with some offline access tips. Eve's going to show everyone that is maybe affected that you don't have a dedicated internet service at your home, and that you may be accessing internet on a weekly basis. Your student can still complete work. They can also still access most content. And she's going to show you the steps for this. Students will be given this information as well in the coming weeks. Next week, McDowell County Schools, that's really our orientation week. So whichever day your student, if they've chosen to do the in-person, that's when they're going to get some student orientation on navigating Canvas and also other information. If they are fully remote, then there's going to be some opportunities for your student to get the orientation that they need as well next week. Okay, Eve, you want to go over that?
Can you see this right now?
Yes, you may want to enlarge it.
Does it look really tiny to you guys when I enlarge it?
It does.
How about if I just zoom in? Will that work?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. All right. So this is just a little infographic, and we'll be sharing out on that page as well. Just a quick reference on how to get your student, how your student will be getting their work on Fridays when they're at school if they don't have internet access at home. And this is specifically for those who don't have internet at home. I mean, if you need to tune out now, that's fine. If you do have internet access at home, because this will be for anybody that just needs to have things ready on their Chromebook when they go home for that week of at-home remote learning. Otherwise, they can work online like everybody else. But each week while they're at school, like on Fridays before they leave school, they'll have a period of time where they can go in their module sections on their courses, and then they can export the course content. And I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. Then they can download it. It'll download as a zip file. Once they have that, they click on index, and they can see everything worded in the assignments, descriptions, due dates, that sort of thing. There are a few things they won't be able to see in this download. Quizzes or any embedded like online content in their assignments cannot be downloaded and saved off of Canvas, but they will be able to see instructions in the assignments and their due dates and things like that. And teachers are aware of this too. So each week they'll need to do that. They'll need to re-export it to get the information for the week on Friday. That way when they're out the next week doing remote learning, they can work on those items offline. Real quick, I'll go over this as well. They can download the videos for home on that Friday as well. There will be a folder, and again, we mentioned the plus signs earlier. They should have assignments and a video section that has the plus sign. That means they need to go ahead and download that material or that video or that file for their work offline the next week. So in the where the videos are at, they can go in there and in that folder and right click on each video and choose to download it. And then they'll be saving their videos to an external flash drive that they can just plug into their Chromebook at school, download the videos, and these will be like mini lessons their teachers have created for them for the next week's work to help, instruct them on those. So it will save a lot of memory on their Chromebooks by doing this, by saving it to a flash drive. So, and then should I go ahead and show them those two things real quick, Adam, and then go over the rest of it?
Yeah, just a quick overview.
That's a lot of information at once. So when I'm back in Canvas, and right now I'm logged in as the student. Do you want to log in or I'm logged in as parent? Do you want to show them that with your student account? And I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, I can show them what it looks like on a student side.
Will that work? Okay.
And once again, I know this is overwhelming to some of y'all. This is a lot of information at one time. The main goal of this is to make sure you know how to connect to your student through the parent as observer feature. The other stuff, this is being recorded, so you can watch this later. We also, once again, we have the MCS LMS support page that has documents for all this stuff that we're going over so that you can view later. Okay, so if you're feeling overwhelmed, try to take a few breaths. We're going to get through this together, and we'll be here to support you with whatever you need so that we can make sure that we're all on the same page for student success. Okay, so let me share my screen, and we'll show you what it looks like on the student side real quickly. So the student side looks similar to what you have as a parent observer. The only exception, students have a to-do list over here. So anything that has a due date, it's going to show up here in the to-do list so that they have another reminder that they have all this stuff that they need to get done. They can also add things that don't have due dates to their to-do list as well. So I'm going to get into this demonstration class here. And so once again, this looks similar to when we logged in as a parent observer. The students are seeing that home page that they can easily navigate. So I'm going to click on classwork. And this should be where all the learning and assignments are located. They should be arranged in weekly modules or weekly topics. So when I click on something, this is just a page of stuff. So teachers may have pages of content that they can look at that may have images, it may have videos, it may have some links. So that is just a page of content. This is an assignment, and you can tell this is an assignment. It's got a piece of paper with a pencil. And also, when we're talking about making sure if you don't have dedicated internet access, that you're looking or your student is looking for things that have a plus sign, that means that they need to make preparations to download that or make it available offline so that they have access to it when they don't have internet. So when I click on this takes me to this assignment. And what this is doing, this is the teacher here has added a Google document that made a copy for this student. So they can be able to complete their work that way. And then this one has a videos link. So Teachers should be including videos for their lessons, and that students can go back and access, which I'd forgot to add a video into this folder when I was setting this up. So, but this would take them to a folder that has all that week's videos that they can access. If they don't have internet, but once or twice a week, then they could download these videos so that they can watch when they get home. So that's just a quick overview of what the student side looks like. Once again, students will be receiving orientation next week in whatever format that they've chosen for learning. So they need to be on the lookout for that. We will stop and see if there's any questions that we can answer. We won't be able to answer every question, but if you do have a question that was not answered, if you want to type that in the chat, we'll see if we can address that for you.
We've had some questions about pairing codes and is it the same as Google Classroom? It is not the same as Google Classroom. Your students in Google Classroom will get a code for their classroom to join their teacher's classroom, and that's through Google Classroom. The pairing code, your student will get that, will generate that pairing code like we showed at the very beginning. And if you missed that, you can watch it. You can replay this. It's going to be recorded. But they will go into Canvas when we get them oriented with it next week, and they will generate that pairing code for their parent and bring that home to you.
All right, so Candy, you asked the question, does this have anything to do with online and college classes? So McDowell Tech, they use a different learning management system. It's relatively similar to Canvas, but it is not linked to McDowell County Schools. So students that are taking McDowell Tech classes will be using a different learning management system that's specific to McDowell Tech. Early college students, if they're taking classes through the early college, not McDowell Tech, those students will be using Canvas. Okay, so all McDowell County Schools 6th through 12th graders will be using Canvas for McDowell County Schools classes. So hopefully that addressed your question.
Someone asked if I was going to finish going over my chart, Adam. I don't know if we covered all that. Do you want me to go back over the rest of it, or it's about
the main website to get all this started? So Leland, are you talking about how to register as a parent, or how that students can access Canvas? Okay, we'll wait for Leland to post some details. So if you have one parent account, can you sign into the parent Canvas app on 2 different devices? Yes, you can. You should be able to, whatever devices that you have the parent app, you should be able to log into those multiple times. So all right.
Someone asked the question. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So will the Canvas code be generated when the student creates his account, or will the school be giving him a code? So Karen, all students' Canvas accounts are automatically created. So once the student logs in to their McDowell County Schools Canvas account and they click on account settings, they should be able to generate that pairing code that they'll be able to provide you. Okay, so.
Jennifer asked the question about students checking in multiple times a day, and how does that affect those who can only check in once a week? If there are students who are working who can only check in once a week, or they don't have internet access at home, there is a family and teacher expectations guides going out to all the families. I think it'll be shared during one day next week that kind of gives the expectations. And it is not expected that anybody do all of anything with this remote learning situation, because you can only do the best you can. So checking in does not necessarily mean through the email or through Canvas. It could be emailing your child's teacher, calling them on the phone to talk to them during their open office times. There's multiple. Your child turning in their work once a week or every 2 weeks, if that's all they can do because they don't have internet. That would be considered checking in. So there's lots of different ways we consider checking in under these circumstances, and you'll find you'll be able to read through those when those are shared through your child's school next week.
So somebody had a question: does a pairing code change weekly? Once you connect to a student, that pairing code option disappears. If no parent has connected to that student account yet, each time that button is hit on the student side, it does change the code each time. But once a parent is linked to that child as an observer, then that option is not there for the student to choose anymore. So. Good one, Vito. Adam and Eve. Yeah, I just realized that. So, all right. So we'll take a couple more questions. So somebody asked, when do the courses go online? So that is teacher control. Once the teacher publishes the class, then the students will be able to see it. So more than likely, if your student does log into Canvas tonight or in the next couple of days, they probably will not see any classes showing up. So once the teacher publishes the class, then they'll be able to see it. Okay.
Yes, two different parents could share the same email. Like if you have a family email, and you can put it on both your phones and use the login on both your phones. So that's fine to do that.
So once again, how the students get their code, they have to log in to their McDowell County Schools Canvas. They'll click on their account and settings, and then there's a pair with an observer code button that they click on. That's how they get their code to give their parent. And once again, I'll pop it over back into the live stream. This website here is a page that has all the stuff we talked about with Canvas. So you can click on the parent icon, and it takes you to where you can access all the documents that we have prepared with screenshots and step-by-step, so that you can get your questions answered if we didn't answer them tonight. So once again, thank you all for joining us. Hopefully you'll be able to connect with your student as a parent observer. If you're still having difficulties, feel free to reach out to your child's school and they can address that. If they can't, then they will forward your question to one of us and we'll be able to answer for you. So thank you again. We're all in this together, and our goal is to make sure our students are successful. So have a great evening. And if you have a student in kindergarten through 5th grade, we are offering Google Classroom orientation on Thursday of this week. We're also offering another Canvas parent orientation, which we're covering the same stuff we did tonight next week, as well as another Google Classroom one. So have a great night, and we'll see you soon.